Ceeb. I'm 16. My pronouns are she, her. I'm an unschooler living in the South Bay. I'm very involved in art. I love music. I love designing. I have a YouTube channel. I started unschooling. It was December 2012. So I've been homeschooling, unschooling for over 10 years now. And that is pretty, like, wow, 10 years. A lot has happened in that time. Well, when I was a kid and when I was in school, I had a social anxiety disorder. It was pretty severe. I would freeze up in class. I didn't know what was happening. My parents didn't know what was happening. Worse, the teachers didn't know what was happening. They mistakenly labeled me as autistic and sent me to I don't know what they call it. I think special needs school, maybe. They sent me there. It was supposed to be like therapeutic, like for if you're autistic, but that was not me. So I had a really hard time. They were making a social anxiety kid socialize when they were not ready. And I think that's what made school it was not a good experience for me. But ever since I was taken out of school, that's when everything changed. I got to really start to explore my own interests and develop myself as a child. So that is why I started unschooling, because school was just too much. It's been 10 years since I last stepped foot into a classroom, well, as a school kid. I keep track of like everything I do this month. Let's see. I went to like a Filipino festival. My sister's friends came. I have a lot of things going on, and actually, I feel like I owe that to being unschooled. I feel like I owe that to having a super flexible schedule. I set aside enough time for studying while also being able to take a walk to the local park or meet 14 people at a teen drop. Oh, there's a wide variety of experiences. I can't describe them all with one typical day. It was this song. I like this song too. I got started in music because I was playing this game, and then that thing led to another thing, which led to another thing. It went from gaming to art to music, I believe. The thing about music and piano and compositioning for me is it's all self-taught. It's all self-taught. I don't think making music has ever come down to following the rules or knowing all the right concepts. I think making music, playing the piano, like all that artistic exploration has been nothing more than artistic exploration and having fun. Oh shoot, what happened to us? Okay, I'm in this tribe. We're usually like number 1 or 2 weekly. I can't believe I'm here because I started playing this game when I was like a kid. I'm very grateful that because of the way that we did schooling and unschooling, I could do whatever I wanted in terms of gaming, and so I did this. Gaming is a learning experience. I think there's definitely a bit of stigma around gaming, but gaming, among the experiences I've had as a kid, unschooling, gaming is probably where I've had most of them and most of my valuable experiences, like the consequence of not backing up your Minecraft world. I think most importantly, gaming has led me to think about life from a gaming perspective almost. And when I do that, it's like, okay, life is just a game. You figure out how to play it. School is just a game. You figure out how to play it. Learning is gaming. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Okay, that was pretty good too. Speedcubing is the art of solving a Rubik's Cube as fast as possible. That's probably the simplest definition of it. Everything that one can learn is connected, I think. I do music. Music and art are connected. I like to say cubing is connected to piano because you use your hands. It's very interesting because every single experience helps you with another experience. There's a lot of study skills that when I decided I wanted to go to college, I just picked them up, and I need to be able to read, say, parts of an atom, and just from reading that, it's more effective to recall what you know rather than rereading a text, which is a mistake a lot of people make. So I could read this and be like, okay, parts of... I started dual enrollment actually just this year. It's pretty funny because 365 days ago, I was afraid of class. I was so afraid of classes. This actually ties back into what I said about school. I felt that because of the way I was treated in school and how my needs weren't met, that gave me anxiety in social situations, but especially in school situations. So even as recent as 12 months ago, I still had a lot of anxiety over taking classes. I had not done anything. And then, this was in May, so maybe like half a year ago, I decided that I would finally step into it. And I started really small. I did some non-graded, easier classes on subjects that I knew a lot better. And then, well, a month of that went by, and then I took more advanced classes. I started doing music and art. Once I did those colored classes, I was like, okay, next level. And now I'm at that next level. I'm starting to take biology. Unschooling has really given me the time to just spend time on things like authentically and really dive deep into what I enjoy. I think unschoolers, when they want to learn something, they go ahead and learn it. It's not that unschoolers are dumb and schoolers are smart because they went to school. Like learning is just a matter of like, if you want to learn, then you go out and learn it. And so it's just like, how do you feel like your life would be like, I don't know, different in some of those ways if you had continued to go to school? Oh, well, I think the biggest thing that would like come straight toward us is me and transitioning. I'm not sure how I would have felt about transitioning in that environment. I most likely would have, just based on how my parents were, just based on the observations I'm making now, I'd probably turn into, the kid who studies, who's good at studying, but that's kind of where their interests end. And I feel like, that's a big difference. If your interests end at studying, then what about art? What about music? Or what about speedcubing? It would have been totally different for me. In addition to the transition, I am not sure I would have been satisfied with my life. Struggle. It's very hard to define struggle. I don't know, maybe you're on a road trip and you're hiking in really hot weather, but it's all good because you're doing it to film a documentary you really enjoy. My point is struggle, if you have a struggle, I guess I'm saying it doesn't have to be bad. It's not necessarily bad if you have a very strong why behind it. And I think unschooling, being able to connect with my own emotions and understanding my own wants and needs and valuing my own wants and needs, I've realized that as long as I connect with those desires of mine, if there's a struggle, it's okay. I'm doing it for a reason. I have a strong why as to why I'm here. Maybe there's a struggle going on right now because I have my first exam or whatever, but it doesn't feel like a struggle because I have a strong why behind it.